G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to do the review, which is between Geelong and Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. The Cats home by 48 points and a very nice victory, mate, after quarter time. We didn't really get to see the game very much. I saw the first quarter and then had to hop away to a 21st, mate, and you joined in there as well. So, yeah, very limited vision from our part and kind of relying on stats here. So I won't be that comprehensive of a review this week.
Yeah, I only really listened to bits and pieces of the probably first quarter and a half, but didn't see too much of it at all. So, as you say,
salty as.
But I guess the general sort of stuff is that showed a bit of character, I suppose, to come back after they were pretty fired up at quarter time through that first quarter. You know, we got the pressure was put on us and the challenge set to us.
Yeah, scary early.
We did respond really well, which was impressive because when you get down like that, away from home, a side's got a lot to play for and a lot to prove, to then sort of just calm things down, get back to what we do. And Scotty said that, you know, we were clinical in that second turn there. So that's
good.
A pretty good call, especially after we showed a bit of fight, literally, which was good.
I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, which I liked. I mean, they went after Dangerfield, so I like when we stick up for our main man and don't let him get pushed around, especially interstate.
I very much like it.
Made a stand, and after that, really professional performance by the looks of things, and good players were playing well, got the job done.
Positive,
so that's about all I can really say of it, I suppose. I think we should be pretty impressed about it, and it does say these days any interstate win is pretty hard to come by. So to do that in the circumstances we did it,
got to take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty happy with that one.
Very much so. I wish we got to see more of it. It wasn't a great start. Port Adelaide's pressure was immense. I don't think they had a tackle inside 50 against the Giants for the whole game, and they had two in about a couple of minutes. So they were, as you would imagine, fired up, had to respond, and they did. Seemed to be a bit of a honeymoon period of about a quarter that they responded. So, it wasn't so much we were playing badly, but Port were playing really good, and their pressure allowed us to make those mistakes. So all credit to them for their great start. I was a bit worried at quarter time, like, we've missed some shots.
Yeah.
Set shots. We haven't been great at set shots lately. Hopefully we can come back, and second quarter just wrestled the momentum back very nicely, which is a positive. This stat, mate, plus 12 in clearances. So I think we had a few in the NAB Challenge who won by plus 12, and it's the third game this year when we've won by 12 clearances. So
you enjoy that one.
I'll do it. I'll get around it. Plus 39 contested possessions, mate. Your favourite stat, I reckon, in the history of the game.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's a huge differential considering how tight and contested the game was very early, and Port Adelaide seemingly on top. Must have been a good demolition in the next three quarters, which we did not see, but great fight after quarter time, physically and on the scoreboard.
Yes.
We one of the more intense fights we've probably seen. We only saw little bits and pieces, haven't seen the full vision yet. You must love it. So I mean, always want to see a bit of passion in the game and how you're going to play, and obviously you want to physically get on top of them, but then you also want the scoreboard to tick over to back up your physicality. So to do that as well is credit to us and a big win, and it will prove to be massive because we've got a couple of tough games coming up. So whenever there's a game you're likely to win, you've got to win it. When there's some 50-50s or maybe lesser likes, when you've got Adelaide Oval, for example, you just have to make these ones count. And I reckon for the last 2 years we wouldn't have won this game. We did win it last year, albeit we did start
his own point.
We did start off very nicely last time, which would have helped big time. But I feel like we've taken a step forward in maturity, and it's looking pretty good, mate. Like I've probably haven't felt as good about the Cats I have since probably 2013. So highlighting that point.
Yeah, and a lot of talk about how much pressure there was coming from all angles on Port Adelaide, but we had a little bit of heat as well. I mean, probably most places in the world might not realise, but the Geelong media, there's a few articles in the paper and people getting frustrated by when we lose. It's the same old story, and when we lose, but even when we're winning, it's not. We've only played one good game this year against Hawthorn and that sort of thing, some negative vibes, and then a lot of heart and showed a fair bit. And as you said, to not only fly the flag at quarter time physically, you can't then come out and do nothing about it on the scoreboard and on the field. So even better that we stood up and flew the flag with the pill. So that's good.
Definitely, mate. We'll move into the votes very quickly because we didn't really see it. I'll just run through mine. I don't know if you got any stats or thoughts there, mate.
That'll be the exact same as your mates. I think we spoke about it.
All right. Well, yeah. If you want to add in a comment or two, mate, go for it. 3 to Dangerfield. No, it's supposed to be Selwood. I swear I changed it.
You said Dangerfield. I was like, oh, are we reading the same script here?
Yeah. No, I swear I changed that back to Selwood.
I actually didn't change that.
Oh, mate. No, I must have done something. 28 disposals, 8 marks, 6 tackles and a goal. He got the medal, so fantastic. Leader, I can't really comment. He took a great contested mark in the, I think it was the second term, and Trengove, very nice little contest there with Selwood. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Any thoughts there, mate?
No, I totally agree, mate.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm concerned about your performance right now.
Yeah, Trengove. Bit tough after a few drinks, isn't it? The lag, and I've been able to speak for a day or two just doesn't help. 2 votes to Patrick Dangerfield, 29 touches, 3 marks, 7 tackles, and a couple of goals to his name. So just fantastic. That goal from outside 50, just brilliant. That's one of the highlights I saw, and he just leads from the front. So love him. Mitch Duncan gets the final vote, 29 disposals, 4 marks, 7 tackles. Got a lot more inside footy, and he's just so silky and classy and just what we need, and the best kick in the comp. So
that's right. Our 3 prime movers through the middle there, and I think Guthrie was pretty handy as well. Blitzards was also good.
Looked good. 12 tackles for Blitz, so got onto it.
Yeah, Harry Taylor apparently quite good, and
10 marks.
Good to see Menzel converting once again.
And,
and like it probably wasn't his best game of all time, but it just shows what he can add to the side. Just that. There's a bit of footage we did see. He kicked back-to-back goals there.
Yeah,
and just opportunistic goals. I know he kicked 5 points last week, but he knows how to finish, and
he does. Yeah,
he's going to be huge for us down the track.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Stanley got 25 hit-outs as well and kicked a goal, which is pretty important at the time. So very good, even all-round performance, which leads into the shopping block. And unfortunately, due to not seeing the game and no real bad performance. Can't really say that either because we haven't seen much of it. But yeah, some thoughts on the VFL.
Yeah, the chopping block is almost on the chopping block this week.
It's not there.
Yeah, well, obviously the real one in the twos who's just shining out is Holland Smith. I mean, he
knocking the door down, mate.
Yeah, basically, he doesn't get talked about at all, really.
No, I never hear about it.
He's playing great footy. I mean, every time I seem to read a report, he's had 30 touches, and so he's just that typical guy who's on the fringe of the side, and. You know, we've got a lot of players that are like him but do it better. And, you know, he doesn't have pace, so
it's a tough spot to be in.
All about that ball-winning ability. So it'll be intriguing to see how he tracks along because, as you say, there's not a spot for him at the moment. I guess when you don't see the game, it's perhaps easy to say the best players, but when you don't see it, it's really tough to say who didn't play well because, you know, stats are stats and it's so much easier to criticise when you actually see it. But Cockatoo apparently went missing at times, found it difficult. Ruggles, I think he gave away a couple undisciplined things, but he's not a big ball winner anyway, so I don't know what role he played.
No, he's slightly stiff at times, but some undisciplined things at times as well. He's a young player, he'll eventually get there. Most mature age.
So look, you'd have to say we'd go in relatively unchanged, you would think, to next week, and I think Smets and Vardy returning in the VFL as well.
That's good.
You know, we're not dying for him to come back or anything, but it's good to have those sort of blokes in reserve, and you just never know. I'm sure if they get on the park, the coaching staff wouldn't mind giving a bit of a run through in the seniors at some point, just to shake up that mix of the forward half and midfield for those two fellas.
We'll increase the competitiveness and get them all on board and get them playing at their absolute peak to knock the door down and get a spot in the first place, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Healthy competition.
Absolutely. So as I said, probably be somewhat unchanged into heading into next week. Which I'll pass over to you for, mate.
Just one final question on Cockatoo, mate. Do you reckon they'll persist with him?
Yeah.
He's not going well?
Yeah, he's a sort of guy who offers that sort of X factor and pace, and plus he is young, so you're probably going to be a little more persistent with him and patient as well. So I'd like to see him.
Yeah, no, he's a gun. He will be a gun, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Calls it already. Gold Coast at Simmons Stadium is what we've got next week, and it's Saturday night, so we'll probably we will head to that game. So Should be a really good game. Gold Coast relatively competitive against North Melbourne, who are just doing nothing wrong at the moment. 5-0 at the moment. We just got home against them last year when they were the worst team in the comp, and we were probably not too far behind them.
Yeah.
A few goals, sneaky ones out the back. It'll be a very tough game. Gold Coast certainly have a point to prove. They're improving this year, and yeah, sometimes at home we can be a little bit lackluster and not quite perform as well. But it'll be a great test, and it'll be a great barometer to see where both sides are at. So I think we can get the job done by around 4 goals.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be very tough. Probably wouldn't surprise me if Gold Coast won. I would be a bit surprised though.
Yeah, I would be surprised too. I mean, it's a tough trip to come down to Geelong and knock us off there, I suppose. But
and we're going well, so
yeah,
team away going well is even tougher.
Very true, but they're a pretty decent side, I think, the Suns. It's hard to get a real grasp on them as where they're at. They haven't really beaten anyone of massive note.
Yeah.
And then they have a big test against the Roos. They really get stuck into them at some point, but then they fade off. So they're probably really hurt with May out and Thompson as well.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Prestia was out too. Yeah. And Ablett was off and on early.
Bit of a calf injury, see how they go there.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think, especially with those key posts out of their back line, they're pretty susceptible to a game style that we like.
Yeah, Giants.
Yeah. So
Giant blokes.
Yeah.
The Giants.
So I'd head into this one pretty confident, mate.
Cool. I like that. It should be good, and can't wait for it.
Sounds good, mate. I'll see that.
Catch up. Thanks for hanging around for the review, guys. That's sort of our summation of the game. Didn't really get to see it, so you probably can tell better than ourselves. Don't forget to give a video a like, subscribe, share it around to your mates. I don't know if I said like already, so I'll say it again. Say that again. Yep, thanks for hanging around, guys. We'll see you all next time.